We are currently driving around the world and we are southbound on the coast of Morocco, living off-grid and on the move in our 1973 Volkswagen Kombi. Leah's sister Jordan is flying in to join us for an adventure. They are hijacking the Kombi for a few days and you guys are invited too. So subscribe and buckle up. It's one heck of a ride. We spent the past few weeks in one of the coolest cities we know, Essaouira, Morocco. But as much as we did love living alongside the locals in the Medina, we also love being away from it all.
This looks like a good spot for the night, doesn't it?
So we took a random turn off the highway and headed deep into the Moroccan wilderness for a few days.
Don't tell me we've got out of gas in the middle of a flipping African desert. Is this on? It sure seems like it's on. Right, there's no gas when the solenoid's off. There is gas when the solenoid's on. Oh. Don't know what's happened there, but it's working, thankfully. Yep. Right, we're over. I can go back to having tea. Flipping heck. It's almost an emergency.
Ben's feeling a bit ill, so I'm just making him a lemon tea with a bit of ginger and honey to help his sore throat and his cold that he's getting. So usually when one of us starts to feel sick, we try to get on top of it straight away because it's not nice being sick in the van. So usually when one of us starts to get a sore throat or feeling a bit run down, we usually have lots of garlic on us, so we will just eat garlic cloves, like the tablets. We have as much as we can handle, and usually that helps. When it doesn't, we also stick to like having tea with ginger, lemon and honey. Ben's got a sore throat at the moment, so that's what I'm making for him now. And Alaska is also sick, so I'm going to make her, she's been vomiting and feeling really ill, so I'm going to make her some rice, and we've got cottage cheese, so she's just going to be having that for a few days until her stomach gets a bit better. Usually I make this concoction with cayenne pepper, so I put lots of cayenne pepper in it, lots and lots of ginger, so it's really spicy. It's quite hard to drink, but it's really good for you. Kind of just gives you a boost and kind of cleans out everything that is wrong with you.
Thanks, babes.
Don't have cayenne pepper at the moment, but this should do.
It smells great.
Got lots of honey in it, so it should be nice. It's not too bad.
No, it's good. No cayenne pepper this time, so it's drinkable. It's really actually quite tasty.
Your turn, Alaska.
What we got?
Just plain rice and cottage cheese, so a really bland diet, and I put a little bit of your favourite carrots. I hope that's okay for your stomach. Come on.
She doesn't seem to mind at all. Yeah, hopefully this will make her feel much better. I feel much better from that tea, so thanks very much.
Good. I want to point out that in Morocco they are really trying really hard to eliminate plastic bags, and I think they've been doing it for a couple of years now. So every time we get our veggies and shopping, they use paper bags, and also these bags as well. I'm not too sure what they're made out of. You'll see a lot of these whenever you buy anything in the shops, and yeah, the paper bag's great idea.
Have you ever been? I don't think I've ever been anywhere else where I've seen them do that. Yeah, well done, Morocco. You're leading the way. That's why the camera keeps getting wet, because you're shaking your lettuce. Which means something else.
What?
Shaking your lettuce.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Don't play all innocent with me.
I don't know what shaking the lettuce means. What is it? What?
No, it's not you.
I'm not dirty-minded like you.
I didn't say it was dirty, so you know exactly what it means.
I really don't. What else would it be coming from you?
It's not family friendly anyway.
What is it? Where's your bowl? Where's your bowl? Alaska's full of beans this morning. She's getting better. Ben woke up worse this morning. Not worse.
Why are you laughing?
No, not
Why
worse.
are you laughing at my misery?
You'll get better. She definitely looks better. She hasn't been like that for a while. Now we need to get you better.
I want to go surfing. Today's supposed to be a nice day to go surfing.
Oh. I think we should stay here. It's nice and quiet. There's no dogs around, so Alaska can roam free and don't have to worry about her.
It's nice just to pick a spot in the desert and just head out, sunshine. And yeah, this is all the good things about van life.
Mm. Salam.
So many goats in the trees. I can't believe they climb the tree that well. They're so nimble. It's incredible. They've got these stiff little legs and little hooves, yet they manage to like balance on these tiny branches and just get up there. And I mean, it's quite incredible, really. They're super cute. Honestly, the thorns in these trees as well are from another planet. They're absolutely brutal. Super stiff wood, and it's got to hurt them when they climb. But obviously they're used to it. That's how they get their food out here in the desert. The shepherd's probably like, why are you guys so entertained by these goats? I mean, he sees it every day, but for me this is a little odd.
It's really nice to see goats or the animals like having all this space and freedom to graze and be wild, instead of being like cooped up in a tiny space. Like, it's nice to see shepherds just like looking after their flock and yeah, letting them run wild and live free. It's nice. With Alaska feeling back to her chirpy self, we were ready to explore and continue our drive southbound. This road to Imswan Bay is typical for this region. There is an asphalt strip in the centre of the road, which is one vehicle wide. When you encounter a car coming from the opposite direction, each vehicle plays chicken to see who gets forced off the road.
For the most part, this system works great, and all drivers do share the road well, but these are not perfect roads. You must be vigilant and respect the conditions at all times. This is what happens when you don't. These two lads have probably driven this road many times, but this time they took the corner too fast and lost control. We always carry a couple of first aid kits whilst we're overlanding, and we offered to help with the medical supplies we had on hand. The cuts and grazes were for the most part superficial, and these guys were lucky that it was mostly their pride that was hurt. Interestingly, the elders that descended upon this scene didn't hold back in telling the driver just how stupid he'd been.
Completely
lines in the ocean. That can only mean that there is a swell. I hope so, because we are pulling into the longest wave, the longest right-hand wave on the African continent, I believe. Certainly in Morocco, I think it is the African continent. This is Imswan Bay. It's a very mellow, nice, kind of soft, easy wave. Hopefully Leah can get a bit of a surf in as well. And we should have some fun here. Very excited to be here finally. See the wave there, nobody on it. Oh my days, nobody on it, Leah. You get that all to yourself. And the water looks clean. They're quite remote here, so we're a little ways away from any major towns, which is nice because the water so far in Morocco has been questionable in terms of sewage pollution. This looks pretty nice, so hopefully it is. Can't wait to get in there, that looks great.
Imswan Bay is a small fishing village on a very remote part of the Moroccan coast. We were hoping that its remote location would mean that not too many people would be here, but I guess the secret is out, and it has been out for a while.
Standing on the sidelines, watching life go by.
On some sessions there were literally hundreds of people in the water, with surfers of all experience levels vying to score a dream Moroccan set.
From the birds in the sky, seems I'm falling.
Still, there is a fantastic vibe here with the transient travelling community, and Imswan Bay is a must visit for anyone touring the Moroccan coast. This part of Morocco is blessed with surf due to its northwest facing coastline, and I could personally spend a lifetime exploring here. We drove down as far as Tamarat, where we rented another apartment as we had another special guest flying in, this time from Australia. But before she gets here, we need to stock up on supplies in the nearest city.
Well, I got a little carried away doing the shopping for basically living in a small town in Morocco. There is no major supermarket or any big supplies or of any kind. This is the biggest shop we've done in, what do you reckon, Leah? 3 years? 3 years since we were last living in a house. 2 pretty much full shopping baskets. This should be the supplies. It's much cheaper to come into the big city, which is Agadir for us, than it is to get stuff in the local town. But this hopefully will see us through the very important visitor we have coming. The fridge is full. I'm gonna have to turn that up maximum. How do we get it to go to freezer mode? There we go, freezer mode. The whole thing's a freezer now. Sweet, that's pretty handy. This is probably a normal size receipt for a normal family, or probably even your receipt might be bigger than this, but for a van lifer, this is not normal. Nobody would buy this many groceries because you just wouldn't fit it in a tiny home. This cost us 2,487 Moroccan dirham, which was a big spend. But as I was saying, things like coffee, for example, is literally 3 times the price as it is here. So it's worth us coming into town. And the other benefit of us coming into Agadir is there's alcohol here, because Tamarat is a dry town. There's no alcohol anywhere in town, so here there is alcohol. It's very, very subtle. You have to look out for it. You almost don't notice that it's there. It's in the back of the shop. Maybe a little picture of a bottle of wine or something, and then some stairs, and then that's basically leads down to the black market. So I think we should get some wine, don't you, Leah? We deserve it after such a long time in Morocco without really drinking.
It is a 3.5-hour journey from Tamrat to Marrakesh airport, but that is nothing compared to the 36 hours that my younger sister Jordan had to make to get here from Australia. Whilst we were here in Marrakesh, we decided to stay in a riad so we could experience the markets here. The only downside was that it meant that we had to drive into the old Medina to find it. Believe us, driving in Marrakesh is not for the faint-hearted. Every mile is an adventure, and you have to be laser focused to dodge all the hazards that appear from every direction. But in the middle of all the chaos, serenity can be found in Marrakesh's world-famous riads.
We are here in Marrakesh, and let me tell you, it is quite hectic in Marrakesh, isn't it?
Yeah, there's lots to see. We just picked up my sister Jordan from the airport, and this is like one of the first things that she's experiencing, the hecticness of the markets in Marrakesh.
It's kind of like Morocco at the deep end when you come to Marrakesh, isn't it? There should be something to experience the souks. Hopefully we get to see, it's very touristic, but hopefully we get to see some of the people demonstrating their kind of traditional ways of
their crafts.
Their crafts. So yeah, it should be really interesting to have a look around. It's going to be a pretty full-on day.
Plenty of things I want to buy. Plenty.
Jordan bought,
I need to fill up my suitcase.
Yeah, Jordan bought a suitcase that was like this big and half of it was empty, so she can fill half of it when she gets back. It's very smart thinking.
Yep, I'm prepared.
Even though I was complaining about it being hectic, it's actually one of the quietest days on the week to come to the market because it's Friday, which is like the holy day. So a lot of markets are actually closed. So it's probably the quietest it ever gets in this market. So Friday's a good day to come if you don't want it to be too hectic.
Honestly, never thought that we would get to experience the Medina and the souk being this quiet. And a lot of the stores are still open, so this is much more relaxing.
Oh no. Look at the car.
Don't yourself a husband, Jordan.
I hate you then. He's going to sell me for a camel by the end of it.
Just sold Jordan for 2 camels.
She's worth more than 2 camels.
At least 3 hours.
At least 2 camels and a donkey.
At least, yeah.
At least.
Time has been so hard on us, my friend.
Back on the coast, we took advantage of the smaller swell and took Jordan for a surf. Believe it or not, even though Jordan and I are Australian, neither of us are big on surfing. Have fun, Jordan! So it was fun to watch Ben helping my sister get her first waves. And in style, I might add.
No matter what they call it, no matter what they want it, they don't know there's no way they'll ever get it. Wind just blows, but we keep on standing.
I promised that I'd take Jordan shopping up the coast. So we hijacked the Kombi for a few days and left our mobile mechanic at home. This is the first time I've been with the Kombi without Ben. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Knowing my luck, something will happen probably, but that's okay. It's all part of the adventure. And Jordan needs to experience the real Kombi life, which is drama and breakdowns. I'm sure we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Be fine to get to the next petrol station, which it was, but the petrol station that we went to didn't have any petrol, it only had diesel. And we'll see how we go. We might need to call Ben or get a lift to a petrol station very soon. It was fine, we made it. It wasn't as bad as we thought. The hills, the mountains stopped. We made it, S04E05, safe and sound, in record time. It wasn't too bad.
I'm starving. I could eat.
Going down.
This was the first time I've had anyone over from Australia and stay in my tiny house. It was nice to share this moment with my sister and introduce her to Kombi life.
Taking your spot, Ben. I'm moving in. Do I turn this one off?
Yeah.
This is so comfy.
Night. Good night. Girl adventures in the Kombi were great, but I really wanted to see if we could go a little further afield with Jordan. Morocco is such a fantastically diverse country with so much to see, and a big road trip was on our bucket list. But to venture further afield, we'd need the whole crew together. And that means we'd have to figure out how we could manage to fit 3 people in the Kombi. If there is anyone who could work that out, it was Ben.
Do not want to smell Ben's farts, so I'd prefer to have a breeze.
But that is a story for next time.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Behind the screens, it's just Leah and I making these videos, and we don't have a production budget. We just have you guys. So if you want to keep the videos rolling, click the join button below. We would really appreciate your support.